Alrighty everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I was unable to sleep tonight, and so it's 2 a.m. I'm supposed to get up for work in 2 hours. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna do my video recording early for the day, especially as I am behind due to my head injury yesterday. This is going to be Snow Stomper comps. There's a couple of them today. There wasn't as many teams just because of the mechanics of Snow Stomper, and so I wasn't able to do a whole lot of testing just because I couldn't find anything that really worked super well. This was for the elite difficulty, so do keep in mind that it is elite difficulty, and this is the second iteration of Snow Stomper, so the second time it's come around for the new season. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here at the top. To start things off, this was the comp that I used I think last time, and so I was continuing on with it. Fairly standard. Rowan was there for the pot to survive just because he doesn't need to cast a healing thing, it's just automatic off of the cart. So this is also a good free to play team here, able to keep alive your characters with the double damage dealer and Korin there for the shielding. So running Quickblades, here you can see some of the things, and then Odie, Marilee of course were the main damage dealers, but Korin as well, not insignificant damage. This is the good free to play alternative for most people. I'm going to keep going on. 4.03 bill. And again, I started adding a Reinier in here. I tried running Koko just because I even still didn't have 251 yet for the new season on skill unlock, so I tried running Evocation to get a little bit more of self-sustain with the shields and lifesteal, and so that did help a little bit. I guess the common theme for all of these is that whenever I threw my Odie forward, he was always dying quickly, so my total damage output wasn't as high as it could have been. But as we continue on, you could see Odie pretty much was the main damage dealer, and the surprising one was the Kruger here. He actually out-damaged my Shakir, so it's like, okay, maybe that's a red flag for me, so maybe I'll try some other comps. As we continue on, so I tried replacing Shakir with Alsa, and it just did not work. I think I tried with using Evocation before this, and it didn't work. It was like I just instantly got killed, and so I tried switching to the Lightheal, and so that actually helped me keep alive a little bit longer. And I will say, for most people who haven't been min-maxing, are unable to push really far in the AFK stages and don't have quite a high resonance level for this, that if you do use the Lightheal artifact for most of these bosses, that it can help you to stay alive a little bit longer than some of these just more damaging ones. But that's something that you can test yourself, because every account is going to be different. But as you can see here, I also did a fair amount of damage here, despite being instantly deleted. And then we continued on and tried using Florabelle and a Thoran here. Goal was summons from Florabelle will take some of the attacks, and they'll be able to help focus down the snowballed hero a little bit more. Kind of a free-to-play team. I'll say it's free-to-play friendly for those who did choose to invest in Florabelle. Here you are. This did fairly well. Continue on, I was able to improve upon my score using Cassadee, and so I think it was very interesting to note another one of the reasons why this did so well was the fact that when Cassadee is doing her buff, I think it's applying to all of Florabelle's summons. Don't quote me on this, but that's what I think is also happening here. So it was running Crescent, but I was running that, and it helped to greatly increase the amount of damage that all of my characters were doing. So it was basically 4 damage dealers and a support character, and so that actually was my highest one so far, 4.31. I was like, alright, sweet. And then I just totally upped it by just adding the Evocation here. I was like, alright, I guess just being able to survive longer really helps. So throwing my Odie forward, he didn't die as quickly in this one as the other one. And so as you can see here, again, 4 really high damage dealers, and then just a single support. So that was good to see that I'm able to do that now, instead of running more just other types of comps. So I tried messing with the positioning around a little bit to see if I could get something a little bit differently. So I tried using the Lightheal here. It was close to my best run, but not quite as good. So again, it's an alternative for those who are having trouble surviving with Evocation, or like the Crescent or Cascade, whatever that other one was. Then as I continue on, I tried tweaking the formation again, adding a Korin in here instead of a Florabelle to see how well that does for those that don't have a Florabelle. And so again, it did alright. Nothing too much to say here. Odie is just really pinging through doing the damage here. Then again, I tried tweaking the formation by adding a new artifact, the Evocation artifact, and so again, I was able to survive a little bit longer due to the extra damage reduction and lifesteal, and then so that means more damage. So as you can see here, Odie wasn't quite as just solo carrying, but the damage was fairly spread out. Not quite as good as Florabelle, just because you couldn't tank quite as much. Couldn't clear the snowball as fast, but it was still fairly good. Not too shabby with that one. And then I tried another comp. I was like, alright, what if I tried adding a Thoran instead of a Korin to see if I could survive as long, but losing the faction bonus. And then I tried using Quickblades. I think it was just changing too much all at the same time, so it didn't do quite as well for me on this run. Still pretty decent amount of damage, but I think, you know, good viable team. I think maybe if I'd used the Lightheal, there just wasn't as many comps as I was saying in the end. But yeah, and I'm not showing the district anymore just because I don't think it's necessary, and it's adding to the video length, which I don't know about you guys. I'm okay with sitting down and watching a whole hour-long informational video, but for a lot of people, their attention span's a little bit shorter nowadays, and so, you know, this in a short, concise manner, I think, is more optimal for you guys. So I'll continue with this in the future. Now that we're moving on to the third iteration starting to come up here, I don't know if I'm going to continue to be showcasing it exactly like this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but we'll see how it goes. But of course, you know, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and then I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one.